The contents of this podcast are for informational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. If you have a specific health concern or condition, please consult a qualified healthcare professional for more details. Check out herguru.uk/disclaimers.
Hey, welcome to Amazing, Brilliant, Gorgeous, Wonderful, or ABGW for short. This is the podcast for people who look like they're coping, but inside they know something's not quite right. So I'm Cheryl Paris. If you haven't met me before, I'm a stress coach and clinical hypnotherapist. And these are short 5-minute resets for busy minds and busy people who have overloaded nervous systems. So there's no forcing it, there's no fixing it, just small shifts that might make life feel a bit more manageable again. Have you ever met someone who didn't say a word, but somehow told you everything you needed to know about them in a few short minutes? You know the type. Maybe their arms were crossed tightly like Fort Knox, or their eyes were darting around the room like a cat looking for, somewhere to perch. And whether you realized it or not, your body got your body's got a mouth of its own, and it's been gossiping about you for years. Because body language is an ultimate tell. It's almost like how our inner world, what's going on in our head kind of leaks out, through our postures, through our characteristic gestures, and sometimes through our micro movements. But here's the thing. We've been sold a lie. You've probably heard that old thing that 7% of communication is the words. Some sort of stat like that. Well, I wish it was that simple. And to me, it's not about these fixed percentages. It's about being present. I know for a fact there are certain words that if I say them to my mum, it doesn't matter what my tonality is, it doesn't matter what my body language says, I am going to be expecting a slap. So it's not about the words. Some people speak volumes with a raised eyebrow. Others, you couldn't read them if you used a microscope. And one of the things that I have learned, especially through the hypnotherapy studies that I've done and the understanding of the unconscious mind, is that we've learned that real communication isn't about decoding body language like some sort of, detective like Inspector Morse. It's about being present enough to notice stuff. So a crossed arm might mean defensiveness, or it might just mean someone's actually cold. Drooping shoulders might be a sign of sadness, or it might just be someone's actually overdue a nap. And one of the things that I have learned is that assumptions are that they are assumptions. And it's not about assumptions when you're working with people in a communication. If you want to improve it, it's about awareness. So here's your gentle homework. I want you to notice what your body is saying today. When you're in situations, I want you to just take a few microseconds, because that's all it takes, to notice what your body is saying. And it's not about control here. It's not about making judgments. It's just about becoming aware. So the next time we're going to be looking at little signals that I think that reveal what you really are trying to say, even when you think you're being subtle about it. If something landed, let it land, because you don't have to do anything with it right now. And if you're feeling unsafe, overwhelmed, or stuck in survival mode, please reach out to an appropriate professional support. You're not meant to handle everything on your own. And remember, there's always the accompanying blog post on herguru.uk that goes with this mini-series. And remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards a brighter, more balanced future. Trust in your journey, and remember, progress is progress, no matter the pace.